Hey Sunrise, Andrew here with your small group questions for this week as we unpack Matthew 5, verses 27 through 32. Now, Jesus has begun his description on what it means to have a righteousness greater than the Pharisees. Saw it last week with anger being the motivation for murder. This week we now see lust as the motivation for adultery, which ultimately we also see through divorce leading to adultery. So, what is it that Jesus is challenging his hearers in this text? What assumptions is he challenging those who hear his sermon? And if you think about those assumptions, why is he dealing with adultery by beginning with lust? So he doesn't begin with divorce, he begins with lustful intent. What does lustful intent mean? What does that lust of the eye mean? And then as you continue to unpack this, you then see the severity of which he instructs them to deal with this issue. Why does he take such a severe line of dealing with this sin? And is this a literal dealing? Is he actually saying to cut off your hand or rip out your eye? What is he telling us about this sin? And then through this, he then connects to divorce. Again, still dealing with adultery as he discusses divorce. What do we then see of Jesus' view on divorce in this text? And how is that related to adultery? What is Jesus trying to get his hearers to understand about marriage and adultery? So, and ultimately, even to a degree, is he contradicting Moses? Now, again, he came to fulfill the law, not to abolish it. So, is he abolishing the law in this text? Why? Why not? What is he teaching us through his instructions here? So again, that's just a little bit that we can unpack. Again, we think in our personal life, in what ways do we lust? What way do we commit adultery? Is this text just for married people? Or what do we see as singles or widows? How do these things impact us regardless of marital state? So again, think through these topics as we come together in our small groups to discuss the reality of what Jesus is teaching us about living out the faith well and what that means for our spiritual lives. Can't wait to see you guys on Sunday as we unpack these truths through hearing the word together.